Like communities everywhere, deaf communities develop out of shared experiences, interests, and concerns. Communication is central to the deaf experience. The frustrations and isolation of living in a world where speech and hearing dominate communication forge strong bonds. So too do the pleasures and ease of communication in American Sign Language with other deaf people who have faced similar challenges. Who is a part of the deaf community? Being deaf does not automatically make you a member. The core of the deaf community traditionally comes from people who have lost their hearing early in life, no later than adolescence. Traditionally, deaf children attended residential schools for the deaf, living away from their families. So, school ties were another strong link among those in the deaf community. Also, in order to be included within the deaf community, it is important to be active in the community, which also includes some hearing members, especially hearing children of deaf parents. Sign language is at the heart of the deaf community. Its members use American Sign Language as their preferred communication mode. Members of the deaf community identify themselves as deaf people. They participate in and treasure deaf culture. While they may have family, friends, and colleagues in the hearing world, they share in a deaf perspective. Simply put, they view themselves not as people with impaired hearing, but as deaf people. While those in the deaf community may share certain frustrations and trying experiences related to deafness, it's important to understand that the deaf community is a positive force in the lives of deaf members. Like any community, it is a growing, changing entity. The deaf community expresses the joy, creativity, sociability, and vitality of groups of Americans sharing the bond of hearing loss. The deaf community includes social clubs, athletic organizations, fraternal organizations, women's groups, and more. It not only provides social connections, but also is a grassroots source of political strength. As our society becomes more responsive to diversity, the deaf community is working to maintain its place in the cultural spectrum of American society. And that's our cultural moment.